Hi, I'm Kevin Kutzko, Director of K2 Sports Therapy. Concussions among school-age athletes have more than doubled over the past 10 years. This video is an effort to help coaches, athletes, and their parents get a better understanding of what occurs during a concussion.
The biggest misconception with concussions is that you must have a loss of consciousness for it to occur. The fact is, any head trauma can cause a brain injury. All head traumas are serious, but not all concussions are the result of head trauma. In contact sport, many athletes may experience a sudden jarring force that causes an internal bruising to the brain. Let's take a closer look at what sports are at highest risk. Looking at concussions by sport, football accounts for nearly half of all concussions. For girls, soccer is the leading sport, with the numbers of this segment increasing more than any other sport measured. In second is both boys and girls lacrosse, followed by ice hockey, field hockey, wrestling, and cheering. Let's take a closer look into what happens during a concussion. To understand concussions, we have to understand the makeup of the brain. The brain is comprised of hundreds of thousands of neurons. Each of these neurons is interconnected to other neurons by dozens of connections. Once an impulse is generated from a neuron, it travels down the long part of the cell known as the axon. The transmission of the impulse from one neuron to the next neuron occurs across a small space called the synapse. Following a concussion, neurons are pulled apart, separating the spaces at the synapse. As a result, the neurons are no longer able to transmit their signals to the next neuron.
The information in this video is based off of recommendations made by the CDC.
The healing concussion. Mild concussions will heal over time. Severe trauma takes longer and may have limited potential to heal, like we typically see with motor vehicle accidents. Returning to a sport, incurring a second trauma before the brain is fully healed may result in a severe second injury, also known as second impact syndrome. The next 48 hours following a concussion are critical. Slow bleeds in the brain may not show signs or symptoms for 24 to 72 hours, even if you went to the ER and even if they took images. Waking up the athlete every 3 to 4 hours is recommended to monitor responsiveness. Loss of responsiveness may indicate a slow cranial bleed. This is a medical emergency and needs immediate medical attention. Critical areas for parents to watch following a concussion are as follows: nausea, vomiting, difficulty arousing, headaches and confusion, dizziness, blurred or double vision, and ringing in the ears are all signs or symptoms of concussion.
In the preseason, baseline testing is the most important measure that you can take to protect your athletes from severe head injury.
Why is preseason testing important? First, it establishes a baseline of performance prior to an injury. This information can be referenced after head trauma to gauge recovery. Cognitive testing can be done online, while physical reaction testing is usually done with computerized equipment that is digitally analyzed. This type of testing is usually done by an experienced healthcare provider. In the days following a concussion, recovery may be slow. As the athlete progresses, we typically see an improvement of performance. Once that improvement reaches a plateau, the athlete is cleared to return to play safely. In this case, we see the patient's able to return between 21 and 27 days. With preseason baseline testing, medical staff will need to see post-concussion testing matching the baseline scores. Matching scores support their decision to return to play. There is no need to wait to observe a plateau. In this case, the athlete can safely return to sport at day 19 instead of waiting for the plateau at day 21 to 27. Baseline testing needs to measure as many areas of the brain as possible. Computer-based testing can measure reasoning, memory, and calculation skills, while digital balance analysis can measure reaction time, balance, muscular recruitment, all areas that are crucial to sports performance. When it comes to return to play, the process starts with low-impact conditioning and then progresses incorporating high-impact sport-related skills as they're ready to return to sport. For more information on improving your sports performance, visit our website at k2-healthcare.com. For more training and coaching tips, like us on Facebook, or if you live in the Charlotte, North Carolina area and are interested in having one of your athletes tested in our concussion management program, call us at 704-360-2595.